All right, for more tonight, let's bring in James Kirchick. He is a foreign policy analyst and a visiting fellow at the Brookings Institution. He joins me tonight from Washington, D.C. Jamie, it's good to see you again. So what does this book do to the image of the U.S. and the power of the U.S. if a president is prepared to sell an election to the president of China?
You know, actually, on that particular accusation, that was one of the ones that I found the least convincing, because there weren't that many details, and all that Bolton said was that Trump asked the Chinese to buy more American wheat, which I think would be a fine thing for any American president to ask. And if he threw in some line about it helping his reelection chances, then that's just a sort of more blunt suggestion than most American presidents are going to be making. So I actually didn't find that anecdote to be the most disturbing. I think what the president had to say about concentration camps in China, basically not saying that the Chinese were correct in building them, I found that highly disturbing. And then the other comments that you listed, just the sort of sheer ignorance of basic international issues, thinking that Finland is a part of Russia, or that our British allies, not knowing if they have nuclear weapons. These are all very disturbing things to hear, although I have to say I wasn't really surprised by any of these revelations. I think it's hard to be 3.5 years. Anyone who's a sentient human being and been paying attention I find it hard to believe that they would be shocked by any of this.
I want to pull up a quote from this book, which sums up, I think, a lot here. Bolton writes, I am hard-pressed to identify any significant Trump decision during my tenure that was not driven by re-election calculations. So what do we have here? Is that just more proof that we've got a historical narcissist in the White House and nothing more?
I think there's more to it than that. First of all, I don't think it's not mutually exclusive to want to pursue policies that are in the long-term national interest of the United States and that also help your reelection chances.
But he didn't say that,
it's important to understand that those are not.
Yeah, but he didn't say that. He said everything he was doing was just to get reelected. He wasn't about the U.S. interests.
Sure. Right. And I take John Bolton at his word on that. I think there are many things you can say about John Bolton or criticize him for. The notion that he doesn't believe in things, and you can disagree with the things that he believes in, but the notion that he doesn't genuinely believe in things and pursues policies that he believes to be in the American interest, that's not something that I think even John Bolton's worst enemies would accuse him of. I mean, the man deeply, deeply believes in a certain vision of the world, which is why, frankly, I find it a little surprising that he went into the administration in the first place. I'm not really sure. I would like to ask him, what do you think you were getting into? Because someone who has John Bolton's track record of beliefs on American engagement of the world, on taking a very robust posture towards American adversaries like Russia and China and whatnot, I think it was very clear during the campaign in 2016 that, Donald Trump was not going to be someone who really agreed with John Bolton on a lot of these issues. And so I'm somewhat surprised that John Bolton seems surprised, or maybe he's feigning surprise. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Unfortunately, Jamie, we're out of time, but we appreciate your insights tonight. It's good seeing you. Thank you.
Anytime. Thank you.